Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And if it didn't even start yet, y'all are village ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Is this why some black men date outside their race? Question mark. I've never. I gotta keep saying this per se. I've never dated outside my race per se. With that being said, I have dated quite a few Hispanic. I mean, I live in South Florida, bro. We got Hispanic women all over the goddamn place. Latinas all over. They everywhere. You can't. Hey, I got one that live here. That's Latin. I got another one that live right over here. I think she's from South American. No, I'm sorry. This one is South American, and this lady to the right of me, she's from Spain, born and raised. They out here. I don't know. I don't know. Majority of my neighbors are white and Hispanic, so I done moved out of the hood years ago. I don't do that. But let's get into it, y'all. But yeah, I've never dated outside my race per se. Again, like I said, I have dated quite a few Hispanic women. To be fair, the Hispanic women that I've dated, they were my complexion, if not darker than me. I didn't know that they were Hispanic until I ran up on them and I spoke to them. Some of them had thick accents. Some of them eventually told me, "Hey, I'm this or I'm that, whatever the case may be." I was like, "All right, cool. I already done shot my shot. I'm here now. I might as well I might as well follow through. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it, y'all. And I'll speak more towards that. But let's hear what you gotta say.
Get mad at me for dating outside my race, but I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep 100. My Spanish, better. Well, not better because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know.
Use your words carefully, my boy.
You said they were doing things better. I want to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the people, for the culture.
Not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right, not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean,
bro, let the man finish talking. Y'all immediately get so triggered when men is talking about their preferences. Please let this man finish talking.
Their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from Syria, or one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, Birkin bags.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does.
So real quick, I want y'all to pay attention to what just happened. I want y'all to pay attention to what just happened. And this is one of the ladies. This is one of the main reasons why men choose not to are straying away from venting or talking about their feelings in general, but venting to women. What did she just do? She just completely disregarded everything she said, and she wants to sit there and spin and talk about something that she wants to talk about. She didn't even acknowledge what this brother just said. And I got to give him props, whether you agree or disagree. I got to give him props for being able to fully explain himself, his emotions, his past experiences in detail. Whether I agree or disagree, I can't come out here and be like, oh, well, no, that's his personal experiences that he compared dealing with, black women compared to Colombian, and I think it's an Indian and somewhere else. Those are his experiences. So now we gonna shame Buddy because that's what he experienced? This is the reason why I tell y'all boys, bro, listen, whatever your preferences is, and my preference is black women. That's my preference. Going back to what I said, yo, I dated a couple Hispanic girls. Again, to be had y'all, if I was to show y'all the pictures of these of my exes that were Hispanic, you'd have been looking at her like complexion darker than mine, hair nappier than my hair was. Man, I'll never forget the chick that I was talking to that was Colombian. When I pulled up on, I met her in college. When I pulled up on her, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. The ass is what got me. I ain't even gonna hold you. But yeah, bro, like I seen there and I was like, hey, how you doing? Da, da. I can't remember. I don't know what I said. I said whatever I said to her. And she was so fine. She turned around and she introduced herself. She told me her name. And she had the thickest accent I've ever heard. I said, where you from? "Oh, I'm from Colombia." I was like, wait, what? And my mom thinking, damn, I didn't know they made him like I didn't know they made him like this. Going back to what he was talking about regarding getting, going to Ruth Chris and all those other things, I have to say this, and Black woman's gonna get mad, but he has a goddamn point. I have yet to be on a date with a Hispanic woman. I can't even count that as a date because I just call them an outing. I've had outings with women of different races. I've had outings with he talked about Indian. I've had outings with Middle Eastern chicks. I've had outings with again, like I said, Hispanic. I had an outing with two Asian women, and they never brought up no goddamn five-star restaurant. I was talking to I can't say dating, but I had an outing with a girl with who a Japanese chick, and she was just like, yo, like let's go to the gas station and get some slushies, like and just vibe out. I was like, oh, let's go. Damn near, I'm not gonna say all, damn near every single black woman I went on a date with, or went out with, or had outings, right? Had outings with, it was the same thing. And I love the fact that he brought up Ruth Chris, because y'all can't call me a liar now. But I love the fact that he brought up Ruth Chris because I've told this story over a year and a half ago when I told you I was dating this Haitian girl. I took her out the very first date. The very first date, she sent me the Addy. I pulled up. What it be. I had already made reservations at I think I can't remember J. Alexander or whatever it was. I can't remember. I had already made reservations, so I already knew I was going to take her. But she hops in the car, and so because I didn't tell her where I was taking her. She hops in the car. She's like, "Where we going? Where we going?" And I'm like, "Man, this is a surprise, man. Like, you like just vibe out, just chill, just chill." She's like, "Oh, well, I hope it's this, I hope it's that." Da, 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 da. I said, "Well, where you want to go?" Because I wanted to hear. I said, "Where you want to go?" She's like, "I want to go to Ruth Chris. I want to go to Ruth Chris." I live in South Florida, y'all. We got Ruth Chris's all over the goddamn place. I'm over here. As someone that's eaten that Ruth Chris before, no disrespect to Ruth Chris, but Ruth Chris, they steak is mid, bro. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Their steaks is overpriced, and I love steak. Their steaks is overpriced. For the taste, it lacks. Same thing with Salt Bay restaurant. Salt Bay got a restaurant in Miami. I ate there before. I ate there twice. Buddy food is not all that. I'm over here paying $400 for what? Like the food ain't anyway, whatever. So, so she was like, yeah, I want to go to Ruth Chris. I said, oh, okay. I said, tell me how to get there. The girl pulls out her phone. Oh, let me see. I took her phone. I said, no, 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 no. Tell me how to get there because apparently you eat there so often. This is the place that you want to suggest on a first date. Oh well, I never ate there before, but I saw pictures and it's really nice. It's really fancy. So why in the hell do you think I'm about to sit up here and spend $200 on me, $200 on you, walk away with for spending $400, $500 for what? What is the purpose? What am I trying to accomplish here? I thought I'm trying to get to know you, you trying to get to know me. Why do I have to get to know you over a $250 damn steak? What are we talking about here? I canceled my reservation. I took her out to Chick-fil-A. I'll never forget that night. I've told that story over a year and a half ago. Y'all can sit, y'all women, y'all love to say y'all clock it, right? Y'all can clock that. And try to call me a lie if y'all want to. I love the fact that he brought up Ruth Chris. Let's keep going, man, because yes, it's like, tell him I said, what, like what? Why do I have to take you out to this expensive ass for what? I've been to all these expensive ass restaurants, Morton's, True Lux, all these places, bro. I'm from the hood, bro. I ain't had steak growing up. I ain't had my first ribeye until I was able to buy my own ribeye. The hell we talking about? So yeah, bro. Now I go out and I splurge on myself and I, you know what I'm saying, eat here and eat there and all those other places. I don't do it as often, but I do it. I've been to multiple these damn expensive ass restaurants. It's a waste of money. I'd rather go out and buy my own sirloin, buy my own top whatever, top meat, top rounds or whatever, and cook on my damn self because it's like, yo, I'm over here spending damn near $300 for a steak and it's not even cooked the way or seasoned the way I would like it to be seasoned. Let's keep going, man. I'm so sorry for the monologue. I just had to say that.
Demand that.
Right.
And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're going to get that. If you're going to meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're going to find that out a lot earlier on that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires, I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media again is the barometer. Okay. And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women and of course, even with the BBLs, cause I'm like, that's fine. But I mean,
what's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
And it's no shade to women that have
No,
it. I'm just
I was
saying.
wondering. I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me.
Real quick. Again, what is she talking about? I've been on multiple dates with black women. None of them was Instagram. Well, no, I'm not gonna say none. That's a lie. Some of them were Instagram models, right? What is an Instagram model? Some of them were Instagram, but none of them had BBLs. None of them had tummy tucks and all this other stuff that she's talking about. What are we talking about, man?
There's no shade to everyone that has them. I'm just saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
Ma'am, you're incorrect. You're incorrect. I'm actually disappointed that came out of her mouth. Honestly, I'm extremely disappointed. They're going to sit there and try to discredit everything that comes out your mouth especially when it comes to your preference, fellas. Again, as someone that prefers black women, more importantly, I'm and no disrespect to the light-skinned women, because I've dated light-skinned women too, also as well. But my preference is darker complexion women. That's my thing. That's why I like that's me. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot, or should not, I should say, that's a bad way. You should not try to sit there and discredit this man's experiences. You wasn't walking this man's shoes. You don't know what what this man's been through. And just like other buddy that had the long sleeves on, buddy sounded to me, I could be wrong. He sounded like he agreeing with them. I am in full agreement with them. That's a fact. I've been on countless first dates where a black woman will sit there and look at me and be like, hey, let's go to a steakhouse. Let's go to an ocean club. Let's go to what the hell? Why am I taking Again, y'all live in South Florida, bro. Hey, y'all, listen. These restaurants will rack real quick. The sides are sold separately. You get you a meat, whether it's, steak, lobster, chicken, or whatever case may be. Chicken is usually like the cheapest thing on the menu, if they have chicken. Lobster, meat, or whatever case may be. The steaks could run you anywhere from $75. That's like a very, very cheap steak. $75, $150. If you want to talk about like the tomahawk steaks, bro, that's going to be at least $299, $350. Lobsters, sometimes $100, $150 depending on the size. Alaskan crabs for four little ass. To be fair, it's not little, but I'm being little because I want to be disrespectful. But four goddamn Alaskan crab legs, $150, $175 for four damn crab legs. What the hell is this? Why? And we're not even counting the sides. You want a side of mashed potatoes, another $20, $25. You want a side of mac and cheese, $30. Cream spinach, $45. Side of whatever goddamn case. Usually you get a meat and two sides. Don't even get me started on the damn martinis. Oh Lord. Apple martini, whatever y'all crap that women love to drink. Yeah, that's going to run you about $25, $35 a glass. Dessert? You spending $40 on a damn slice of cake and some ice cream. Check, please. Looking at the check, you done spent $600, $700, $800. Why the hell I'm spending $800? And it's a first date. Only for her to tell you anyway, oh, I just think that we're better off as friends. What? Fellas, I done got more with less. I done got more with less. The women that I have taken out to those expensive restaurants, I obviously my goddamn mama. My mama, my grandma, my sister, and stuff like that. Yes. But the women that I've dated, I've never taken a woman out to those types of expensive dates as a first date, as a first 10 dates. The women that I take out to those dates is women that I am officially with. The women that I publicly claim and women that publicly claim me. And I guarantee you, we've already been dating for damn near 6 months, maybe even a year in, before I spend that type of money on any goddamn woman. But for a first date, yes, ma'am, I am in full agreement with him. I tend to see that happen. I hate to say it, more so with damn black women. I dated Hispanic, the dark-skinned Hispanic girl I dated. She never asked me to take her out to a goddamn expensive ass steakhouse. The Japanese girl, again, I keep saying dated, the outings that I had. The Japanese girl, she legit said, yo, let's go to 7-Eleven and get some slushies. I wanted to take her out on a date because I was interested in her. I'm like, go out for slushies. All right, say less. And we sat outside and we talked for hours. Hours. That's a whole nother story. I'll get into that another time. The Middle Eastern chick. And I thought I was actually going to be in a really, really good relationship with her. But, her parents, whatever. Anyway, I ain't going to get into all that. But yeah, same thing. That girl, actually, the Middle Eastern chick invited me over to her house and she cooked for me. Let's get into it, y'all.
And I know you didn't mean it when you were saying other races are better, right? But we hear that so much, like, oh, I like dating a Hispanic girl. You only dated 1 or 2 Hispanic girls. Like, why is it a full race? Like, you may have like a girl in high school that was black that broke your heart, but now all black women are trash. And it's not true. Like, it's so many black women, especially my friends that I know, they're so nurturing and loving and caring. And there are all those things that you said that was better in another race. But the only difference is that they're black. So I don't get when people say that.
I understand where you're coming from, man. I think.
Hold on, real quick, before you get into it, ma'am. It's his personal experiences. That's all it is. You don't like the term better. I agree. I actually agree with you. I think he should have said a better word. No pun intended, right? I think he should have chose a better phrase as far as explaining the differences or the comparisons between the two. I actually agree with you. But that's his personal experiences. If he believes whatever race is better, that's on him. We hear all the goddamn time from black women how, oh, well, this race of men is better and divest black women if you want to be a better, find a better man. We hear this all the damn time. The only difference is we don't give a damn and we're not going to sit up here and hold you to that. I'm not going to sit up here. That's what you like, bro. That's what you like. You know how many times I've been in situations with a chick that I shot my shot with or a chick that I was trying to date or whatever case may be. Man, she'll tell me, oh, I like taller men. I'm 5'9", 5'9.5". I want a taller man. I'm skinny, y'all. I weigh like 160. I'm like 166, 168. Oh, I like a man more built. That's your preference. I'm supposed to get mad because I'm not 6'3", 280. What's happening here? A man we are never allowed to have a preference, especially when it comes to women, let alone black women. But we are never allowed to have a preference, number one. Number two, we're not allowed to speak on these type of preferences without getting damn crucified. And that's why I come out here and I say it all the time, fellas, y'all boys, whatever it is that you're wanting in a woman, whether it's a slim woman, whether it's a thicker, and that's another thing. The body shaming thing that they love them doing. Let a damn black man came out here and said, yo, listen, I love black women, but I prefer petite black women. What you trying to say? You can't have no type of preferences. Hey, I like a black woman that's in shape, that got, nice titties, nice hips, natural. Oh, what you trying to say? You trying to say, damn, bro, I can't have a preference, bro. What the hell is happening?
That a lot of times we're the only community as well where, you might hear, I don't need a man. Mm-hmm. And you have a lot of single black women. And I don't think that's, we speak a lot of things that we may not necessarily intend to come across that way. But again, it goes back to our history.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. We do intend it, though. We intend it because that's what we're taught.
But again, because we don't know the history, we don't know why that comes out of survival. So I will have clients all the time who will say, "Oh, I don't want a black woman, Spirit, because y'all are too hard, y'all are too mouthy, y'all are too this, too." And I always say, well, what you're saying is that she's too much for you. You're not saying because you can't define what is too anything for somebody else. But also, if you don't understand the history, Black women have had to learn how to survive because they had to be taught the possibility that your husband or your father or your brother or your child can be taken from you at any moment, murdered, killed, sold, you name it. And so you cannot count on him always being there. And you have to be strong enough to keep going. You have to be motivated enough. You have to save your life and everybody else's life around you. So that was a survival technique. Black people, African American people are still in survival right now.
I agree with it. Shout out to Atlanta Black Star. I am in agreement with her. I don't think she said anything towards the end. I don't think she said anything incorrect. I don't. But with that being said, again, ma'am, the conversation was him preferring whatever race, thinking it was quote unquote better. Again, I think he could have chose you know, again, a better term, but that's a term he chose, whatever. The conversation was regarding why he prefers or thinks or believes, excuse me, that other races of women is quote unquote better. That was the topic. So we're, again, I get you trying to pull in all these. I get that, but let's just try to stay on topic. These things tends to get way too broad, and it doesn't have to. Start pulling in all these goddamn factors. We start going down that rabbit hole. You ain't gonna be able to climb out of it. You're gonna get lost in it. So let's just stay. Let's just stay here. All in all, bro, I agree with what the guy said. I think he could have chose a better word instead of saying the word better. I think that he could have said something different. I think he could have been a little bit more I just think he could have just chose his words better. I can't fault a man for talking about his experience. I don't know what Buddy experienced. I don't know what Buddy went through. I can sit there and tell you some of the best relationships that I've been in was from Black women. I don't know. I don't know what the few outings I had with the I dated two Asian, not I keep saying dated. I had two outings with Asian women. One was Japanese, one was Cambodian and something I can't remember. But yeah, like all of the outings that I had, I think I've always felt the most connection with Black women, and that made me realize, hey, listen, I don't see myself, no disrespect, but I just don't see myself with the interracial dating. I just don't see myself with that. Because although the women that had outings with that was outside of my race, although I thoroughly enjoyed their company, I loved being around them. I loved ABC 123. It all boiled down to, for me, who I felt the most comfortable with, who I felt the most comfortable around, who I felt the most comfortable around being, being me, being myself around them. And then ultimately, do I see myself in them, and do they see themselves in me? I've said this so many goddamn times, y'all. Ever since I was in elementary school, I've always dreamt of having kids, and I've always dreamt of, first of all, I always dreamt of having girls. Number one, I always dreamt of having girls, and I've always dreamt of having dark-skinned kids. I've never dreamt of, and again, these are dreams, obviously, so dreams aren't real. But I never dreamt of having, like, no, I know for a fact, whenever I do decide to have kids, my kids are going to be a true representation, a true reflection of me. And it boils down to this also too, lastly, before we keep this moving. How can you relate to me? Do you understand what it's like? Obviously, ladies, you're not going to understand what it's like to be a man, let alone a Black man, because you're not a man and you're not a Black man. But ultimately, do you understand what it's like to be Black, being in America? And I did not, in my opinion, I did not see or sense that coming from them. Although the Middle Eastern chick, she kind of grasped it a little bit. I would even say the Japanese girl was that I had outings with was a lot more understanding. She was actually extremely involved in Black Lives Matter. That's not how we met. We met in college. But anyway, but yeah, but like just stupid stuff like that. do you understand the things that I go through? Do you understand? Do you feel what I'm going through? Because you could probably understand it. You can read about it, understand it, but do you feel it? Have you personally experienced it? No, then I don't think we can connect. I don't think, and that's really what it boiled down to for me. I can't speak for everybody else out there. I'm only speaking for myself. That was a thing for me when it comes to these types of situations, man. And again, like I said, the Hispanic women, to be fair, when I first ran up on them, I thought they were black, so I can't really, I can't really speak on that. Because at that time when I did shoot my shot, I thought I was shooting my shot at a black woman. So it is what it is. But yeah, I just think Buddy originally, I think he did an amazing job. Yeah, I'm trying to capture. I think he did an amazing job explaining himself, and I think the two women got so offended by what he said, and rightfully so, whether you agree or disagree. I think they got so offended by what he said that they couldn't even listen to what he was saying. They kept trying to move the goalposts and do this and do that. Like, no, can you acknowledge what the man just said? Do you understand? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Can we keep it on what I was just talking about first before we start moving and going through all these damn tangents? And I'm trying to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, be safe for her, cuz.